afternoon, good morning, namaskaram to one and all, and greetings to one and all. I am Dr. Ramesh Vishwanathan, chairperson of SPIC MACAY Pondi chapter, and it gives me immense pleasure to be your host this evening. Before we commence the program, I would like to make a small, what you call, a tribute to Sangeeta Kalanidhi TV Shankar Narayan Mama. He was a workforce for SPIC MACAY, lot of programs done for SPIC MACAY, and we miss him. Mama, we miss you very much. And this program is dedicated to Sangeeta Kalanidhi TV Shankar Narayan Mama. So with this, I welcome one and all to this great masters, a series of interactions with the legends of or the disciples of some of the greatest gurus of Indian music and dance. These series of interactions were introduced to make the new and rising generation aware of the approach and style of the legendary artist. On behalf of the host schools, that is today we have KV Voltaire, Andhra Pradesh, MSN Academy, Sion, Mumbai, and Prasiddhi School of Percussion, Boston, Massachusetts, USA. I would like to convey our pleasure and privilege to host SPIC MACAY event this evening today. Today we are celebrating the legendary guru, Sangeeta Kalanidhi, Doyen Palghat Mani Iyer, through the great masters even on the 75 years of India independence. Now I would request Vidwan Shankar Narayan to kindly introduce Vidwan T.R. Rajamani, son and disciple of Palghat Mani Iyer, and Vidwan Dr. Lakshman, student of Vidwan T.R. Rajamani. Shankar, over to you.
Namaskaram, Rajamani Mama, and Namaskaram to one and all. Mumbai Shankar Narayan from MSN Academy, Mumbai. It's a real honor and pleasure to be part of this great Masters series, SPIC MACAY. And it's also my honor and privilege to introduce Rajamani Mama, the son and Mridangam artist of the legendary Palghat Mani Iyer. Palghat Rajamani Mama is one of the most respected and acclaimed thought leaders in the rhythm-related aspects of Carnatic music today. He underwent training under his father, the illustrious Palghat Mani Iyer, and has accompanied leading luminaries in the field of Carnatic music. An engineer by profession, he has trained many students in the Palghat Mani Iyer tradition and contributed immensely in deepening our understanding of the intricacies of Indian rhythmic traditions. He has given lecture demonstrations on different aspects of rhythm in Mridangam and documented his rich experience through a series of articles for the Indian Council of Cultural Relations. We welcome Rajamani Mama. Now I move on to introducing Dr. Lakshman Mahadevan. Dr. Lakshman began his Mridangam training under Palghat Mani Iyer at the age of 14 and has continued to associate with the master's activities since then. He has accompanied several senior musicians in the field of Carnatic music and is an All India Radio graded artist. He has taught Mridangam and has presented rhythmic appreciation lectures based on the Palghat Mani Iyer tradition. Prior to his current job as faculty at the business school in Florida Gulf Coast University in the United States, Dr. Lakshman served as faculty at the Indian Institute of Management, Kozhikode. We also welcome Lakshman sir for this great master series. Namaste to everybody.
Thank you, Shankar Narayan sir. And now
That's
actually small correction. Lakshman Mahadevan actually learned from Palghat T.R. Mani Sir Guru, and so what I would do is, after a very gap of close to 35 years or 33 years, I think Praveen, if I'm correct me if I'm correct me. We have all been in Bombay. Shankar Narayan, Praveen, all of us have been a workforce with SPIC MACAY, and after a gap of close to 33 years, we are doing a program once again, of course, on a virtual platform. We were meeting regularly. So Now I will not come in between Praveen's way. So Praveen, Vidwan Praveen Sitaram, who is based out of Boston and runs a Prasiddhi School of Percussion school, is going to introduce the legendary Guru Sangeeta Kalanidhi Doyen Palghat Mani Iyer. So Praveen, over to you.
Thank you, Ramesh. Namaskaram, Rajamani Mama, Dr. Lakshman, Shankar Narayan, Dr. Tyagraj, and Ramesh. Thank you for this opportunity. Absolutely, you are the driving force for getting us into SPIC MACAY when I was a young boy at UDCT. So it's a homecoming of sorts for me. Just for everybody, my name is Praveen Sitaram. I live in Boston, and I'm a student of Guru late Shri P.S. Parameshwaran from Mumbai. I am currently under the tutelage of Guru Shri Trichur Narendran. I've also had classes, master classes with Sangeeta Kalanidhi, late Shri Palghat Raghu. All my gurus are direct disciples and or have been very greatly influenced by the legend we are about to, whose life we are about to witness today. It's indeed a great honor and privilege for me to introduce the legend Padma Bhushan Sangeeta Kalanidhi Palghat Shri T.S. Mani Iyer. And I would also like to thank SPIC MACAY and Dr. Ramesh for giving me this opportunity. A few words about Sangeeta Kalanidhi Doyen Palghat Shri Mani Iyer. Guru Palghat Mani Iyer was a Mridangam artist par excellence in the field of Carnatic music. He was the first Mridangam artist to be awarded the prestigious Padma Bhushan by the Government of India in 1971 and the Sangeeta Kalanidhi by Madras Music Academy in 1966. He enthralled performers and listeners of Carnatic music by blazing new directions in the field of percussion with his indomitable style of playing, along with his rich rhythmic creations and unending quest to understand the tonal qualities of Mridangam. Born in Palghat in 1912, he underwent training under Mridangam Vidwan Sri Tanjavur Vaidyanath Iyer and played his first concert at the age of 8 and was quickly the Mridangam artist of choice for many leading Carnatic musicians. He passed away in 1981 at the age of 68 and lives in the hearts of music fans throughout the countless recordings of his performances from all around the world. I still remember the day he passed away. I had class that day with Sri Parameshwaran sir, and Parameshwaran sir actually canceled the class that day because he was very, very upset at hearing the news. Guru Palghat Mani Iyer's contribution to the field of percussion has left a lasting impression on many admirers of rhythm and Carnatic music. His influence in the area of Mridangam architecture, approach to playing for Carnatic music, and his own composition in the form of rhythm structures and syllable combinations have been deeply endeared by students and music admirers alike. Before Palghat Mani Iyer's arrival in the music scene, the three Mridangam artists, Nagarkoil S. Ganesha Iyer, Alaganambi Pillai, and Dakshinamurthy Pillai, who also played the Kanjira, dominated the percussion scene. The way in which Sri Mani Iyer changed the style of Mridangam playing from just keeping beat for the main artist's music to being an instrument in its own right. A comment from Sri Y.G. Doreswamy. It was Mani Iyer who started the now prevalent trend of the Mridangam, not just keeping the time with tekas and moras, but actively accompanying the musical phrasing so as to be a rhythmic running commentary, reproducing on the drum all the subtleties and rhythmic complexities of the musical composition. In fact, his creations and perspectives touch the heart so deeply that since it synchronizes with the primordial rhythm that holds this cosmos together. He was the father of noted Mridangam artists Palghat Sri T.R. Rajamani, vocalist Lalita Shivakumar, violinist Sri T.R. Rajaram, Srimati Lakshmi Vaidyanathan, and Sri Tyagarajan. He was also grandfather of the noted singer Nitya Sri Mahadevan and Carnatic vocalist Palghat Ram Prasad. When Shemmangudi Srinivasa Iyer was asked to pick geniuses of Carnatic music, he came up with only 3 names: T.R. Mahalingam, T.N. Rajanathan Pillai, and Palghat Mani Iyer. He was bestowed with the Padma Bhushan by the Government of India and the Sangeeta Natak Academy as well, Natak Academy Award as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Praveen. It was as good a mridangam playing as your speech and delivery of Palghat Mani Iyer. Now I request, the floor is now open to Lakshman sir and Rajamani sir for the interactive session. So Lakshman will be kind of modulating the whole process with Rajamani sir. And after the end of this session, which will probably be about for 30-35 minutes, we have 6 questions, and children who are going to be asking the questions know what questions they should ask. So one by one, they can come and ask the questions. I'll indicate when the question answer session will start. But right now, the floor is open to Lakshman sir and Rajamani sir. Thank you. Thank you very much for gracing this occasion for SPIC MACAY and coming forward all the way from US, and Rajamani sir for traveling overnight from Coimbatore and making it possible to have this program done. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Greetings to one and all present in this meeting. Thank you for the introduction. Before I start with my questions for Sri T.R. Rajamani, let's listen to a short clip of Sri Mani Iyer playing a mridangam solo called Tanyavatnam from his younger days, followed by a mridangam duet played by Sri Mani Iyer and Sri T.R. Rajamani.
Lakshman sir, for some reason we are unable to hear the video, this audio. The audio is muted. The audio is muted, sir. Yeah. Kala, is there any way we can fix this?
Are you able to hear me?
Yeah, I'm able to hear.
Yes, sir. But have you included the option called include sound? Play sound.
Okay.
That's an option.
Just a second.
Yeah.
Play it again from the start.
Yes.
All right, sir. I'll do.
Before choosing
Yeah,
YouTube, yes, sir. There will be an option called at the bottom. There will be an option include sound or.
Yeah, share sound.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, let me do that again.
Yes,
Yeah. All right, sorry. Yeah, 1 second.
I got into a similar problem last Saturday. You can play the next one.
Yeah. So here I start with my questions for Shri T.R. Rajamani. Namaskaram, sir. It is indeed a great blessing for me to be associated with you for so long. I've learned a lot about Mridangam and Layam as well as life lessons from you. Though you have regaled us with stories of Sri Mani Iyer during our classes and at concerts, this is an opportunity with SPIC MACAY provides an excellent venue to listen to your perspectives over a set of questions organized over three main themes. One is Sri Mani Iyer's thoughts on Layam. Number two, his accompaniment to Carnatic music. And three, his experimentation with the Mridangam architecture. So here is my first question to you. How would you define Laya or rhythm, and what are its associated components? And what was Sri Palghat Mani Iyer's view on Layam?
Namaskaram. And my wishes to all the students and audience listening to this event. I would like to begin by congratulating SPIC MACAY for their tireless efforts to promote our country's valuable tradition. I am familiar with their long history of bringing established musicians to schools and colleges to provide an understanding about our music, dance, and culture to the students. When Dr. Ramesh Vishwanathan contacted me to do this lecture about my father, I didn't think twice and agreed to do this program on this day. As an answer to your question, rhythm or layam has been defined as the time aspect of music or the way sound is arranged through patterns of time. The main components of a rhythm include beat, pulse, and tempo.
Are you listening?
Yes. Rhythm is pattern of beats that is played in a periodic fashion. Beats are the basic recurring units of time akin to the second needles on a watch. The beat is the physical part of the music that makes us tap our toe, clap our hands, or move our body. How we hear the beat can tell us if a piece of music is a march, a dance, a forceful, powerful gesture, or a gentle flowing elegance. A demonstration. See,
Sir, is the video on? Sir, please. Your video is not on, sir.
Kala, can you on the video for sir?
No, sir, only he has to switch on.
Okay.
It is, sir, the option is next to the mute.
Mute. Start video.
No, sir, only sir has to switch on because it says only chat, pin, make host, remove co-host permissions, rename, report kind of things.
Sorry, it's the option may have disappeared on you, sir. You may have to look up, mouse over.
Rajamani sir, ரொம்ப கீழ இருக்கு பாருங்க. Start video nu.
Video போட்டேனே அது வரல. Start my video.
Start video nu போடுங்க வரும்.
நான் உங்களுக்கு ரிக்வெஸ்ட் கொடுத்திருக்கேன், நீங்க அதை கிளிக் பண்ணுங்க.
Perfect.
Okay.
All right, sir.
Namaskaram sir. Namaskaram.
இப்பதான் வந்திருக்கு video. Now, as everybody knows, the Aditalam is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there are 8 beats. These are called beats. Now the subdivision, you can have 3, 4, 5, 7, or 9. Let me first explain the Tisra Nade, which is subdivision of 3. Takita, 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 tam. This is Tisra Nade, where each beat is divided into 3. Now, Chadusra Nade is 4. Taka dimi, taka dimi, taka dimi, taka dimi. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Khandam is 5. Taka takita, 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 tam. Similarly, 7 and 9. Now, in one of his talks on rhythm, Palghat Iyer noted that the earth going around the sun, days or nights are periodic in nature and hence rhythmic. In Hindu scriptures, it's believed that Lord Nataraja, through his cosmic dance, maintains the rhythm of the universe. Even tides occur at periodic intervals. The tempo of the rhythm decides the time taken to complete the rhythmic cycle. The faster or slower the tempo is, the slower or sooner the rhythmic cycle repeats itself. Layam stresses on the constancy of the rhythmic pattern. For example, Adidalam consists of 8 beats and can be played at a particular speed. Therefore, someone who keeps the speed an analogy would be the cruise control in a car, is said to be rhythmic. Pulses are the notes that are in between two beats. That, as I said, subdivision. In Western parlance, nada is known as meter. Under ideal conditions, a rhythmic pattern of 4 means that there are 4 pulses between 2 beats. In the case of Tisara Nade, there are 3 pulses between 2 beats, which is called a triple meter. Yes, Lakshman.
All right, sir. So what do you, what are your opinion about Sri Mani Iyer's thoughts on rhythm? I suppose you had mentioned a couple of things to me the other day.
Palghat Mani Iyer brought in significant changes to accompaniment aesthetics for Carnatic music. Prior to his times, Mridangam accompaniment of Carnatic music was heavily influenced by rhythm patterns borrowed from the Harikatha and Bhajan accompaniment routines. These routines were basically tasked with maintaining the rhythm component by playing certain patterns repeatedly, similar to providing a baseline rhythmic pattern that did not consider the changes in the emphasis, silence, or stresses each Carnatic music composition brought to the fore. You want me to say?
Yeah. So, like Sri Rajamani sir was saying, the common rhythmic patterns are takadimi, 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 or tam, tatakadina, tam, tatakadina.
These are the normal patterns of 4 Chadusaranade. Now, takita tadimi, takita tadimi, tangita takatadimi. This is Tisaranade. Okay, right. However, Mani Iyer brought an end to this with his style of highlighting the aesthetics and variations that each song put forth. He not only reproduced all the subtleties of the musical composition on his instrument, but also stressed the strategic importance of silences, knowing when to play and when not to play as much as when to play. He adopted different approaches for local and instrumental music and the various types and moods of songs as well. For instance, previously the Kriti Muddu Momu would be supported by the repetition of 4 syllables takadimi, or a variation of it throughout the entire song. However, Mani Iyer's approach, the Mridangam playing would synchronize with when the singer sang Muddu Momu. He would play something similar to Tadim Tadim. Such an approach required that the Mridangist knew the song and the variations that the singer would bring it to embellish the melodic aspect provided by the lyrics. He artfully amalgamated rhythmic play of the bhajana tradition with the need to play the song phrases and above all keep in consonance with what the lead artist was expressing. One important aspect of Mani Iyer's playing, which like all his other techniques set the fashion for succeeding generations of Mridangists, was the exploitation of the value of silent intervals, which coming to pregnant moments created most eloquent effects on the music and the listeners. His sensitivity made many less sensitive musicians more attentive to his own singing or playing. Lakshman, you play that Muddu Momu.
All right, sir, I'll do that. All right, sir.
Lakshman sir, a feedback to you. As we are, as the program is going on, there are huge number of people who are on YouTube, children who are giving wonderful appreciation for this program which is going on. So I just wanted to inform you about even though the the information on Zoom is probably very difficult, but on YouTube, it's beautifully been sent by students. Children are really wow over the program. Thank you so much, sir.
Oh, it's very heartening to hear that.
Yes, sir. Sorry to interrupt. So I was about to mention that today is the Jayanti of Padma Bhushan Awardee Lalgudi J. Jayaraman. So incidentally, played the Lalgudi J. Jayaraman. We are presenting tribute to Palghat Manier. And one question to T.R. Rajmani sir is that in one of oldest AIR interviews, so Palghat Manier ji has mentioned that why do vocalists do too much stress on mathematics? Leave it us to our percussionists, so we will take care or we will handle of it. So while during Swarakalpana, so what was his exact opinion on that? So why do vocalists need to stress too much on mathematics? So what was his idea behind that statement?
See, less of mathematics, it provides a pleasant learning. If there is too much of mathematics, only people with basic knowledge of mathematics can understand. Otherwise, they don't enjoy. That's perhaps the reason.
All right, sir. Yes, so the next question for you is, kind of related to what was asked just now. His playing was very distinct from many of his peers. What are some reasons for this?
Now, according to Tanjavur tradition, there are 7 fundamental strokes: Ta, Di, Tom, Nam, Ta, and Tam. Then there are strokes which are a combination of 7 fundamental strokes, such as playing Dim and Tom together or Nam and Tom together. Thus, there is a variety of strokes that are possible with the notes played individually or as a combination. Additionally, every stroke has a particular way it should be played. For instance, Tom is played on the rim of the left side of the mridangam, and the hand is kept in a suspended position till it is either used to play a ta or tom. Thus, equipped with a bevy of strokes and meticulous instructions on how to play each stroke, the Tanjavur tradition, perfected by Mani Iyer, equips the mridangist to accompany any variation put forth by the musician singing Carnatic music. This distinct style of playing also helps listeners identify whether the mridangist is a student of Palghat Mani Iyer's tradition. An important feature of Mani Iyer's playing was the brevity and pinpoint accuracy of his strokes. He used to produce these strokes with the metallic precision of a slot machine, with no overhanging notes or any blurred edges. According to noted critic S.Y. Krishnaswamy, when Mani Iyer plays the mridangam for the Bhairavi Varnam or Pancharatana Kriti, the exalted feeling one gets is unrivaled, producing the appropriate mridangam alphabet in one-to-one correspondence with the sangadis of the song. Was something so special with him. The nada produced by his meter and chapu was something unique. The words coming from his mridangam would be crystal clear, solid, and substantial, meeting the full rigors of the mathematical calculation. His own mentor and great admirer, the late Chambai Vaidyanatha Bhavadar, did not like to waste his words. He said, "What is the use of striking the mridangam and producing so many sounds? What can equal a single chapu of Mani Iyer?"
Okay, sir. So I'll now play a kriti of Sri T. N. Krishnan, where Mani Iyer sir has played along. So let me just pull this up.
You played Najivadara.
Yes, sir. Yes, I'm going to do that. Let me share my screen. Okay.
Viewers may appreciate how the mridangam goes in synchronization with the song.
All right. That was Shri T.N. Krishnan with Vijay Krishnan. And that was their violin duet. And Mani Iyer sir was playing along. Sir, on to our next question for you is what are some of the patterns that Palghat Mani Iyer created and popularized? And he also created some rhythmic combinations. Can you please highlight their essence?
One of the Palghat Mani Iyer's contribution to the lyre repertoire is the ability to create unique abstractions for combination of syllables. For instance, the 5-syllable commonly played combination ta-di-ki-ta-tum in the hands of Mani Iyer is represented as the taridari-kita-kita-tum. Some of his unique abstractions include nataka-nataka-namta, 8 aksharams. Tarikita tagum, tarikita takadina. Tarikita tadim, tarikita takadina. Tarikita takadina, takadina takatam. So, these are all syllables used in Taniyavartanam. As far as core-wise, he has made one core like this. Tat-tati takadina tam. Takadina tadikata takatati takadina tam. Takadina tadikata tati takadina takatati takadina. Takadina tadikata takadina tadikata takadina tadikata tam. This composition he has made after listening to the sound made by a train. While the train runs, it does tung takum tung takum tung takum. So that has given him an idea to compose a chorway like ta tati takadinna tam. And tatarita tadinna tam, a complicated pattern. Tatarita tadinna tam. Tadikitakum tatarita tadinna tam. Tadikitakum taditarita tadinna tam. Tadikitakum 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 tadi. Kitatum ta, tadi kitatum ta, tadikitatum, tadikitatum, tadikitagata.
Right.
So these are some of his compositions.
All right, sir. My next question to you is what are his contributions to Mridangam architecture? What were some of the experimentations that Mani Iyer attempted to improve the sound of the Mridangam?
His Taniyavartanams are usually not too long, and the patterns of Nadai and Korvai that he plays goes well with the ambience created by the lead musician. If the Mridangam sounds well, he would indulge in playing Nadais for longer duration just to enjoy the synchronicity of the Mridangam sound with the Sruti, or in other times he could get into furious creation of Korvais with a lot of places where the Talam and the Korvai are at odds with each other, but bringing a magical union of Korvai with the beginning beat of the rhythm is in dramatic style. Whatever said and done, Mani Iyer's playing strictly adheres to how the syllable should be played. Whatever be the situation it is played in. For instance, tanaku tamta, or in the dit tangadaka will be played exactly the way it should be. Just the 3 fingers and the ring finger forming the radius on the right face and left in position until other syllable has to be played with the right hand. Such consistency in playing provides for a grammar that helps Mridangam player adapt to any speeds or rhythm, cycles or Carnatic compositions without fear of compromise on the syllables being played.
Yes, sir. I was asking also about his contribution to Mridangam architecture. What were some of his explorations and experimentations to improve the sound?
This is one of the very interesting question, because Mani Iyer had too much of interest on Mridangam research on Mridangam. The Mridangam is a hollow cylindrical instrument which usually made of the trunk of the jackfruit tree. It is a breathing instrument in the sense that it has an air column between the two ends. On the right side is where the Mridangam resonates with the bass pitch of the singer, while the left side provides the usual sound produced by the African drums. Palghat Iyer was obsessed with creating the perfect Mridangam. His initiative in having the instrument's length extended and the diameter of the two faces widened caused everyone to take the change because it enhanced its range exponentially. He found that the 24-inch Mridangam gave the optimal sound, though he even tried 30-inch Mridangam during his explorations. In his quest for the perfect sound, he has experimented with creating the Mridangam with trunks of different kinds of tree. His finding led him to the conclusion that jackfruit tree produced the best sound. He also wanted a Mridangam made of sandalwood, but was unable to get a trunk suitable for making a Mridangam since the trees were chopped off when the diameter was 6 to 8 inches, whereas the Mridangam required 14 inches of diameter. Fascinated by the sound of Ganjira, he once covered the left face of the Mridangam with the skin of a monitor lizard. Now, another interesting Iyer considered each of his, before that, since the word Mridangam is interpreted like Mrit Angam. Mrit is mud or clay. So, since the word Mrit meant clay, he had Mridangams shaped and readied using clay that were formed up through the kiln. He had the left and right heads of the Mridangam prepared on other Mridangams that had the same circumference and had it fixed on the Mridangam made of clay. However, he found that the tuning of instrument difficult since the clay cracked once tuning instruments were applied. He concluded that Mridangam finally meant an instrument with a soft sound, Mrudu Angam, and not Mritangam.
All right, sir.
Iyer considered each of his Mridangams to have personalities and attitudes which he respected by having a bevy of repairers at his behest to take care of any imperfections in the sound. As mentioned in the Shastras, he also experimented with saplings of jackfruit trees that grew hearing the sound of the temple bell and the vicinity of temples. According to Subbudu, the famed music critic, the attention he lavishes on maintenance of the Mridangam is Iyer's greatest quality. The chore, the black paste on the right wing, he would change after every concert. Never to be caught napping, he would keep in readiness 3 or more as stepneys. Being a percussion instrument, he would ensure that both wings concomitantly reciprocate. Iyer himself once remarked about it as follows: each Mridangam has its own character, especially since it is a membranophone made of leather and wood. It will speak differently at different times. Since a concert starting at 6 p.m. lasts for more than 4 hours, it is necessary to understand the character of the Mridangam and use it appropriately. Palghat Iyer's contribution to the field of percussion has left a lasting impression on many admirers of rhythm and Carnatic music. His influence in the area of Mridangam architecture, approach to playing Carnatic music, and his own compositions in the form of rhythm structures and syllable combinations have been deeply endeared by students and music admirers alike. In fact, the creations and perspectives touch the heart so deeply since it synchronizes with the primordial rhythm that holds this cosmos together.
Thank you, sir. That was interesting and so valuable insights that you provided today about his style of play, his contribution to the Mridangam architecture, and his own compositions and his approach to the Tanyavartana and all that. So over to you, Dr. Ramesh.
So thank you, Lakshman sir and Rajamani sir. Now we have 6 students who are going to be asking questions. So students from Voltaire, you may ask the questions to Rajamani sir and Lakshman sir, and then followed by MSN Academy Sion, followed by Prasidi School of Boston. So Voltaire, you can ask your questions, the 2 students.
Thank you, sir. Myself, the Dharanshri of class 8 from KV Voltaire. My question is, sir, you have been Sri Palghat Mani Iyer's student. However, can you please tell us about your father and son relationship?
Oh. The relationship was mostly Guru Shishya rather than father and son. We were never like father and son. It was teaching mode almost all the time. He always had exercises for me to do, which I was also incidentally fond of doing. Most of our conversations were regarding identifying the patterns he played in the concert or asking me to repeat his rhythm creations. Sometimes he would wait for me to discuss new compositions and would want me to understand and repeat them immediately. This was our relationship.
So the next question. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for the answer. The next question.
Thank you, sir. Myself, Pavna Kruti from class 6 KV Voltaire. My question is, what were Sri Palghat Mani Iyer's interests other than playing Mridangam? Any hobbies, sir?
He has no liking for movies. He has rarely stepped foot into movie theaters. Even if he did, he would be trying to keep beat to music that is being played in the movie. He rarely listened to radio programs, even his own. His main and only hobby was in studying the Mridangam sound and discussing their repairs with the Mridangam artisans who were kept very busy by him. That was his only interest.
Thank you so much, sir. Now, MSN Academy Sion, Sriram and Adarva, you may ask your questions.
Namaskaram, sir. My name is Sriram. I am from MSN Academy, Mumbai, and a disciple of Guru Shri Mumbai Shri Shankar Narayanan, sir. Thank you, sir, for sharing your valuable thoughts with us. Very grateful for this opportunity to talk to you. My question is, what is the approach a student should take while learning a music form such as the Mridangam? How should we go about improving ourselves?
Put simply, aim for perfection. Take a limited amount of matter and practice it extremely well to achieve perfection of that pattern or rhythmic combination. Listen to music of yesteryears of great Carnatic musicians and their co-performance. This is my advice to the beginners.
Thank you, sir.
The next question.
Thank you, sir. Sir, can you mention a couple of qualities of Sri Palghat Mani Iyer, sir, that made him so successful?
He never compromised on perfection. He played with all sincerity. Even if the audience had poor knowledge of music, he would never dilute his playing and played with utmost possible effort. Even if the vocalist or violinist were junior or inexperienced, he would still provide full support for them. His ultimate aim was to ensure the success of the concert.
Thank you, sir.
The next school, Suraj and Siddharth.
Namaskaram, Guru Sri Rajamani. My name is Suraj Iyer, and I learned Mridangam from Guru Sri Praveen Sitaram. My question is, was Guru Palghat Mani a strict guru?
Of course, he was. He won't stop till he gets what he wants from the student. He would not go to the next step till the student perfected the current step and played to his satisfaction. In that way, he was a very, very strict guru.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So the next question, Siddharth.
Namaskarams, Guru Sri Rajamani. My name is Siddharth and I learned Miratangam from Guru Sri Praveen Sitaram. Can you please highlight any outstanding qualities of Guru Palghat Mani Iyer that you would like to mention to the students?
He worked for 100% perfection. He would say that great Mridangist Narayan Swami Appa, a famous Mridangist of the early 1900s, could make the audience happy with a single stroke of the Mridangam that we call chapu. And here he was having to pay a lot to make the audience appreciate his efforts. Palghat Mani Iyer had to play Tisharanade, Kandanade and very complicated patterns to satisfy the audience. Whereas Narayan Swami Appa, with his one chapu, he satisfied the audience. He always thought about artists and performers above him and always worked on reaching their levels. His advice was to think of someone who was at the top of your chosen field and work towards achieving what that person has achieved for more.
Thank you. Thank you, Rajamani sir.
To understand, he wanted to satisfy the audience with one chapu like Narayan Swami Appa. That means that chapu was 100% perfect. That he could not achieve. He had to play so many things to satisfy the audience. So he was aiming at Narayan Swami Appa and trying to get that in his hands.
Thank you, sir. So with that, we come to the end of the question answer session. So I would, before I request Chandrakala to play the video, I think Chandra, you need to take care of the timing between 13 minutes and 15.10 minutes. I think you know to stop the video at 13 minutes and then, you know, restart the video at 15-10 minutes. And so you can, before we start playing the video, I think I would like to thank Rajamani sir, Lakshman sir, Praveen, all the students, Tyagaraja sir for joining in today. And I would be, you know, failing in my duties if I do not would like to wish the late Bharat Ratna MS Subbalakshmi, who had completed her birthday yesterday, and today happened to be, as Radhakrishna mentioned, Lalgudi Jayaraman's birthday. And in the video which we are going to be just playing today, I think children, you will be able to observe and witness some rare songs, rare Mridangam playing by Palghat Mani Iyer sir. And pardon us because this video is an old video, so you may find the image not so clear, but nonetheless you'll find the sound which comes out of the Mridangam resonating into your ears. So with that, Kala, you can start playing the video. Thank you very much, all of you. And you may all mute your system, and also, you know, you can stop sharing your video so that we can all see the great video which we are going to play for close to about 38 minutes now.
பக்த பாலனா முய அதய சாரி கதன வாரி காது ಮಾಡಲು ಮೇಡಬದಮೌದೋ தரி பாபன் நிவாரணை கதாரக மந்திர ரூபிணி நிகில பாபன் நிவாரணை கதாரக மந்திர ரூபிணி நிகில பாபன் நிவாரணை நிவாரணை சகல கல மூலகாரிணி சர்வாலம் காரபூரி நிகில பாபலி வாரணை சட்வைரே மாதவம் தாயினி ஜனனி ரடோரே மாதவம் ஜனி கோஞான தாயினி ஜனனி தலகுதாவலோக பூஜினி ரன்முக பிரிய பகினி வாணி நிகில பணிவா கண்ணை ரட்வைரே மாதவௌஜனி சுஞான தாயினி ஜனனி ரட்வைரே மாதவம் ஜனனி சுஞானம் கயினி ஜனனி ரட்வைரே Ni da ba da ba ma ga ri ga ma pa da da ri ba da ba ma ba ni da ba ma ba da ma ba 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 da ba ma ga ma ba da ba ma ga ri da ba ma ga ri da ri ga ma ba da ba ba da ba ni da ba ma ba da ni da da ba ma ba da ni da ba ma ba da ba ma ba ba ni da ba ma ba da ga ma ba ma ba da ba ma ga ri ma ma ga ri da ri ga ma ba da ni da ba ma ba da ni da ri ga ni da ba da ni ga ma ba ma ni da ga ni da ba ma ga ri ga ma ba da ga ri ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಹೇಳು
So I think with that, we have come to the end of the program. And I think for people who have watched this on YouTube and on Zoom, I think it's probably an outstanding program. I think for children, there are a lot of lessons learned from this Great Master series on, at least I learned something new today. And I think I would like to request Dr. Dwaram Tyagaraja sir to give the formal vote of thanks. Dr. Dwaram Tyagaraja is the grandson of the legendary violinist Dwaram Venktaswamy Naidu, and we have had a couple of programs done with him earlier. And Dwaram sir, vote of thanks from you. Dwaram sir.
I think he's muted.
Yes. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, very much, very much, very much.
I believe my video is not being displayed. I believe it is to be enabled by the host. However, just by listening to the mellifluous melody.
Dwaram sir, 1 minute. Chandra?
Sir, I've asked him to start his video.
Yeah, you can start the video now.
Yes, sir. My humble pranams to the distinguished galaxy of Mahavidwans, all Rasikas. I'm just carried away by Sukhi Avaro, Hecharikagarara, and all the mellifluous great melodies Professor P.N. Krishnan sir has played to a great accompaniment of Mahavidwan Sri Palghat Manayar sir. And I would like to thank each one of you here today for supporting us through the event. Today we leave with the feeling that it holds true for Sangeeta Kalanidhi, Doyen Palghat Manayar sir, a great teacher who showed the correct way, correct path of teaching. He is a perennially flowing river and he lives forever in Indian music. Would like to thank Founder Director of SPIC MACAY, Professor Emeritus Dr. Kiran Seth from IIT Delhi, bestowed with Padma Shri and Sangeet Natak Academy Award and SRF Foundation for making this event happen. We would like to thank Vidwan T.R. Rajamani sir, son and a disciple of the Mahavidwan Palghat Manayar sir, and Vidwan Dr. Lakshman in enlightening us with insights into Guru and Vidwan Sangeeta Kalanidhi Doyen Palghat Manayar sir. Also wish to thank the principals, teachers, students of Kendriya Vidyalaya Walter, Sri S.S. Raja, MSN Academy, Sion, and Prasiddhi School of Percussion, Boston, for joining today's program. We hope you all enjoyed your time today. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye. Namaskar.
So with this, formally, we close today's program. I would like to thank one and all for participating in this Great Masters event of Sangeeta Kalanidhi, Doyen, the Mridangam Vidwan, Palghat Manayar sir. It has been my dream come true, the long cherished dream of mine come true. And I hope, I just want to make a couple of points in here. As we are talking and as we are doing this program, the founder emeritus of SPIC MACAY, Dr. Kiran Seth, is on a cycle yatra from Jammu, Kashmir, all the way up to Kanyakumari. So from Jammu, he has just crossed Saharanpur in Punjab. And so he is on a mission to actually garner and gather volunteers for SPIC MACAY. The movement is 44 years old, and he's been tirelessly, cycling from August 15th onwards. It is almost now September, and so he probably reaches Delhi on 2nd of October on the Gandhi Jayanti day, and then moves on from Delhi all the way up to Kanyakumari. So Kiran is probably wanting to spread a message of oneness, and cycling is one way of expressing a green, clean India. And he wants probably all the children to come and participate in his cycle travel. And so he's been having a successful tour. So I just want to end on this note that SPIC MACAY is for the moment, it's actually by the children, for the children. And we as a movement will be, without the artist support and the school and children support, we will be probably not be able to have completed this 44 years of journey. So I thank one and all for having supported this wonderful initiative of culture promotion and art promotion, that is SPIC MACAY. And post this today evening, we have a program at 6 o'clock. And tomorrow at 12 o'clock, we have promotion of arts. And this is called as a weekend series. So I think for everyone who wants to join, they can just go to YouTube and type SPIC MACAY, and you'll be able to see all the programs. And right after this program, you'll be able to upload this. We'll upload this video, and you can see the YouTube video live. Thank you very much. Namaskar. Stay safe. God bless everyone. Thank you. Thank you, Rajamani sir. Thank you, Lakshman sir, for that wonderful insights into Mani Iyer's journey. Thank you very much. Namaskaram. Namaskaram, sir.